Jason, give us your one sentence review of Nope.
You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Two siblings who run a California horse ranch discover something wonderful and sinister in the skies above. Why? Hold on. What did they discover wonderful in this? Anyway, while
There's nothing wonderful about that.
the owner of an adjacent theme park tries to profit from the mysterious otherworldly phenomenon. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the summary of Jordan Peele's latest movie, Nope. But
That's
if
the
you've
name of the
joined us for
movie,
the
y'all.
first time, we do this one thing that we do every time. If you've been with us for forever, you already know how we about to get down. Jason, give us your one sentence review of Nope.
You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Damn it, you stole mine. Okay.
That is low hanging fruit. It's literally the lowest hanging fruit. Like it was either going to be you didn't like it, so nope, or you did like it, so yep.
Damn. So on the fly, then, Jason's one sentence review is
Yep.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we will start talking about Nope. Jason, what are your thoughts on the movie Nope?
So I saw this on Sunday night at 11:20 at night. After my sister had called me, her and her husband had called me, and they were upset. They were like, "Have you seen this garbage ass movie?" And I'm like, "What are you talking? What are you talking about? Nope, this is one of the most anticipated movies of the year." So I went to go watch this movie. And let's just be clear, I understand why people don't like this movie. This is one of those movies that isn't for everybody. But for those who it is for, this shit is great. Like this to me, a cinephile who likes to watch movies, who likes maybe a little bit of a simplistic more storyline that doesn't have, even though you can break it down into all its, themes and motifs and shit like that. This movie is literally Jaws with maybe an alien. I don't fucking know if it's an alien. It could be a kaiju. It could be, I don't know, the collective will of every racist person in America. Who knows? But like, yeah, this is definitely like a very like methodical, like you don't really see where it's going until it's already gone there. And then after a while, you're like, oh, okay, I got that. That makes sense. And like in the boil down to it, this is just uh as I say, it's Jaws. It's a creature feature. It's all about, people dealing with something that's a little bit out of their control. And I liked everything about this. I liked Danny Kaluuya, who only said like 4 words in this whole entire movie. I like Kiki Palmer, who said all the other words in this whole entire movie. Freaking I enjoyed Steven Yeun's character, like in his whole backstory and like what he was doing and all that other stuff.
This
That
might have been
was,
Steven Yeun's best performance I've ever seen him ever do, and anything I've ever seen him do. Because
I've seen him
I
do
know
a
The
lot of
Walking
good
Dead was
shit.
cool, but he was really good in this one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The number one issue I have with this movie is if you're gonna put Sir Keith David in a movie, you put him in a motherfucking movie, all right?
Yes. Yes. For those that don't know, we talk about Goliath from Gargoyles. We talk about, what I'm saying, the gentleman that's in part of the greatest fight scene in movie history.
In history.
Yes, and they live. Like, come on.
Like,
don't
no,
give
he
me
ain't
no Keith David, and don't give me no Keith David.
I know he's getting up on age. He may not be as spry as he used to be, but he ain't no day player. All right, you don't call him in for one day and call it done. No, you need him every single day on that set. All right, so that would be
unless Jordan Peele paid him a crap load of money for one day, and then go and get your money, black man. Get your money,
and then go play golf for the rest of the time.
Right, right.
This movie is very simplistic from a story standpoint, but like once you get what he's trying to do, there are very, very many different layers and a few different themes that you can kind of unpack from this. It's very basically like this creature that they don't understand is angry at them. like Jaws was, and is now trying to eat them. That's the
Hmm.
movie. But it's also about, you know, how Hollywood exploits people and animals, you know? It's also about, how black people for the most part weren't were exploited and aren't, gathering the wealth that was generated off of their hard work. And it's all sorts of different things in there. And is it Jordan Peele's best movie? Nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
But is this his
If you
worst?
think if
I
you
was
think it's his best movie, you better get out. You see
yeah.
what I did there? You see what I did there?
For us, I think I like it better than this is
Yeah.
it's still a great movie. Like, and I always said this is if you come out and if you're a baseball player and you come out and you start hitting home runs in your first, time at bat, when you hit inside the park, when you hit a triple, people are like, what the fuck? You suck now. It's like, nah, this is a solid ass movie with great visuals and a great little tight story and it's not scary, but there's some legitimately one legitimately horrifying thing
Hmm. Hmm.
in this movie, and it was fun. It was great. I enjoyed
Oh,
it.
you know what? I just thought of another joke, but it's too late because we went past it. I was gonna be like, oh, the key is you gotta peel some of the layers back to get the thing. Oh, but I wasted it. It wasn't in sync. It wasn't in time. I wish I thought of it earlier. Oh, I'm mad
we
at
need
myself. Sorry. Go
we
ahead.
need a script writer for this, guys. We do
Right.
this off the cuff. All right. But yeah, there's definitely some layers to it. There's definitely some nice, deep, nitty gritty stuff in there. The characters are all like very unique and very, as I said, Danny Kaluuya is this stoic sort of like every man who is literally just trying to keep his farm alive. His sister is this, Kiki Palmer is this hustler who is just trying to make her next, who's trying to make it big. She just wants to be rich and famous. Even down to Angel, the tech guy, who if you're paying attention, realize that he's also kind of like Emerald, Kiki Palmer's character, because he's trying to make it rich as well. Because when you see his apartment, he's mining Bitcoin, and he's all about trying to get this shot of this creature so they can make $1 million. Even down to the motivation of the director, I believe his name was Antler Antler something. I have it written
Hmm.
down on my notes. It is Antler Host. Yeah, dumb name. Y'all should have wrote that. But like even him, like, and he's only in it for like a few scenes, but you in those couple of scenes, you realize like how and why he's going to end up the way he ends up.
Hmm.
Even and as I said, even Stephen Yoon's character, Mr. Ray Jupe Kim or Park, that's his last name. Ricky Park. I'm mixing up Korean last names. I'm so sorry, guys. Like you think that some of the stuff, especially the stuff with the monkey, isn't relevant, but it's the most relevant. And like the
Right.
way
Right.
he's operating and acting, it's because of the trauma that he had. And like, oh god, there's just so much going on in this movie. Chef's kiss. Give me
Yeah.
more, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna just break it down. I think Jason hit most of it, and I'm not going to labor the points, but the performances are great. But I'm gonna labor this one point. It looks amazing,
Hmm.
and I'm not saying his movies have ever looked bad, but you can tell, and this is something important that I think a lot of people don't think about or realize that, like you mentioned, you do get out, you not get out of the park, literally, figuratively, however you want to look at it, and then you do Us, and it's more of a subtle movie, and people have a mixed response because the themes and the layers of it are so heavy handed, I think, that people turn some people off. And I think it didn't have enough of the trauma scares in it for people like Get Out there. This one, I think, is a mixture of both of them, and it does both of them very well. But you're seeing a filmmaker who's getting better at his craft.
Hmm.
And a lot of people, we don't give a lot of respect to that in the industry when somebody starts at one level. Because usually, most people's first movies, typically first or second movies, are usually their best because that's you've had your whole life to
To
make that
think
movie.
about, yeah.
Yeah. And to see him get better at his craft, because it is shot phenomenal. It's shot so well that I want to go see this in IMAX now because he's used a lot of IMAX cameras to shoot a lot of this movie. And there's certain scenes in here that you can see and go, oh, that was definitely shot in IMAX. And it looks amazing on a regular screen. I can only imagine what it looks and feels like from the sound in an IMAX theater. It's shot phenomenally. I feel like he's mastering his craft also in the sense that this movie, I feel like, for those who don't get bogged down by trying to, like, quote unquote, figure it out and just sit and enjoy this movie, he takes you on a ride. He takes
Mm-hmm.
you on a journey. The journey starts off with tragedy. Then it goes into developing these characters to learn their what makes them go, what motivates them. Then it turns into, like I said, a kaiju creature feature, alien situation like that. But even in those moments, it never loses what the characters are about throughout the whole process. And then it goes into a situation where you start realizing that what they initially were trying to do maybe is not the best thing to be doing, because what this thing isn't to be trifled with in the sense of what they were originally
Which
planning.
goes back to the themes.
Yes, yes. And so I just want to end this review saying, um, justice for Gordy, because my man was fed up with it. He handled his business, and they took him out like it was like nobody's
Well,
business. So justice for Gordy, my man. He's the lost person there. But besides that joke, if you watch the movie, you know what we're talking about. But it is a very, very layered movie. But the thing I like about this is that if you wanted to watch this and not want to deal with the themes or the layers of it, it's still just a good creature feature. And I
mm-hmm.
think that's where we're hearing the negativity come from it. I don't know if they were expecting something, or it wasn't creature feature enough for them, or the themes were too heavy. I don't know what the disregard for it is, because I sat back and watched this movie. It sounds great. It looks great. Good characters. And like I said, just treating it as a creature feature, I still had fun. Um, I can't say enough about this. I think when I got out, I texted you. It was like, I love this movie. Like, it's go. And then I look, and we know, guys. Let's go. If you're new to the show, first time listening, I'm a mark for horror movies and sci-fi movies, especially. So for me to actually get a good one, I'm like through the moon on it, because I've liked other stuff that was just god awful and
Straight
horrendous. And
garbage,
I've
everybody.
yeah,
He liked
yes.
Halloween fucking kills,
Oh,
and
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa.
shit was fucking
I didn't
bullshit.
let's say I didn't say I like Hollywood Kills. I just said I enjoyed the kills of it. That and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh
I
my
can
god.
enjoy gore and kills. I'm not saying I have to enjoy the movie to enjoy the silliness of the goriness. But the point being is that I'm a mark for that stuff. And this movie's just well made. And I wish the changes. I hope this isn't the pinnacle of what Jordan Peele's career will be, because these first three movies are really, really good. Get Out, I think, is a perfect movie. I think Us has its flaws, but it still accomplishes the point. I think this is the middle ground between those two. It makes me excited to see what his next feature is going to be.
Yeah.
And for my hip hop fans, the correlation for what I think his next thing is going to be, it's kind of like how, for most people, Kanye West's best album, for a lot of people's College Dropout. But for me, it's my Dark Twisted Fantasy, my Dark Twisted Beautiful Fantasy. It's my favorite Kanye album. I feel like that's what the next movie is going to be for him, where it's going to be just all the things that will come together, from the story, the look, the sound, and the visuals. And I'm just here for it. Shout out to Note, man. Shout out to Jordan Peele on this one.
I think Jordan Peele possibly can only go up from here. I would like to see him tackle like maybe a fantasy movie or something like that, and have
Oh,
his
that'd be amazing.
unique spin and vision to it. Because like this movie does not, like, unlike Get Out, and whether you think that Us had a twist or not, this movie doesn't have a twist per se, but it
Mhm.
does play with your expectations about what this kind of movie should be about. And I feel like he definitely is able to twist the expectation to his advantage, and that's what I really really enjoyed about this movie, is that, like, from and I had little to no expectation for this movie, because I barely only saw the first teaser, and I was like, nope, on all the other trailers, because I didn't want to get spoiled. We're gonna do this all night, guys.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well just start taking a drink every time we say
Yeah,
nope.
every time we say nope, take a shot.
Yeah, nope. Yeah.
But
But
I
yes,
had like
yeah.
a basic understanding of what was going to be pertained in this movie, or contained in this movie, and still with what he gave us, still play with my expectation. And It was great. Yeah. Get out of
Yeah,
here if you didn't like
absolutely. I
it.
love that
Sorry.
Daniel Kaluuya.
It's
Um,
African.
yeah, like how you said, he has like 4 words to the whole thing, but he almost like I am Groot's it, where like every little sound that every time he says the same words with the different inflections, you can tell the different emotion going on. And I know we're joking, he says more than 4 words, but like every time he uses some of the same verbiage, like how he says it is completely spot on for what the mood of what's going on is happening. Also, to your point of hoping he does more stuff, Jordan Peele has been on record saying he wants to make a Gargoyles movie for forever. So I wonder if that's why he pulled in Keith David to be
He brought
like,
him on and
yeah,
said, I
yeah,
just
to be
got the
like,
money,
hey,
we can get you.
right. I just want to hear you read the phone book in Goliath voice. That's all. But so I would love for him to put on and do a Gargoyles movie, man. They could actually give him the budget to make the effects look right, or he could go straight Ninja Turtles 90s style and make rubber ass suits and do it. And I would think that'd be hilarious, but
And I
also
would just
dope at the same time.
be in it, be right there going, oh my God, this is great.
right.
And
But yeah,
one
no,
last point, speaking of Daniel Kaluuya and his line delivery, just his all around general awesomeness. There's this one line that really got to me when Emerald Kiki Palmer's character was like, "Let's get out of here," and he's like, "I ain't leaving." He's like, "Why?" Because I got mouths to feed, and I'm like,
mm-hmm.
"Come on, give that man a hug. Let's do."
Absolutely. No, he's
I got
great.
work to do. I got mouths to feed. Let's get to work.
Kiki Palmer's great in it too, as well. And I think, and it's funny, I feel like ever since we had that conversation about Kiki Palmer, you've just pretty much Phoenix from the ashes, rejuvenated her whole life. I don't know if it's like words of affirmation or you put it
You
into
got to
the
put it
system,
out there. You got to put it out
but
there, and they'll get it back. That's why I'm winning the lottery tonight, guys. 830 million.
woo,
Bah, bah, bah.
I'll ask, just take care of both my kids. That's all. I'll still
They
work
got
every day.
college.
Just take care of them. I mean, I think it's without saying, Jason, what is your rating for Nope?
9 out of 5.
There you go. I'm going to go and one up him and go 10 out of 5. So I love this movie. Go check it out if you can. Check it out in IMAX. I was just going to
Yeah.
see it in IMAX. I haven't seen it in IMAX yet, but from what I saw in the regular theater, go check this out in IMAX. You'll really enjoy this for sure.
But there is one part where it unlocked a new fear in me that I didn't know I had. And now that's not going to haunt me for the rest of my life. So thank you, Jordan Peele.
Trying to convince Jason to watch a certain movie that he don't want to watch. So, guys,
it's super pets. What's it called? Super pets?
I don't even know the name of that thing. I don't even know the name of it. I just
So tune in next week when I shit on a animated film starring Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Or we can do another Elvis review of the Super Dogs and not see it at all, but review it as if we did, and then get some other haters to tell us that we're ignorant and don't understand these dogs' lives, and then we can shit on them too. So, but with all that being said, I really just want to say thank you guys for listening and watching, and we will see you all or speak to you all next week. Peace.
Yep.
Oh man, that's gonna take forever for it to close out. The time is still ticking. This is all gonna be on the end of the recording, and I can't wait for people to be like
awkwardly staring at the camera, waiting for it to go out. This is where you say all the the real racist and upsetting shit. Like oh, the camera's off. Let me talk about women for example.
right. Or it shows like I'm a terrible human being to my staff, which is just me and you.